Tonight, a backlog of rape kits coming back into focus. North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis is co-sponsoring a bill to continue to direct resources to overwhelmed labs nationwide. An audit back in 2019 revealed North Carolina had a backlog of about 16,000 rape kits, with victims waiting years for justice. And since then, more than 8,900 kits have been tested, but the issue is impacting states all across the country. Senator Tillis looking to Congress to reauthorize the Debbie Smith Act, which has helped alleviate backlogs in other parts of the U.S. WCNC Charlotte's Colin Mayfield joining us with progress made and work that's still underway. Colin.
Yeah, Fred, there's a lot to do here, and the Debbie Smith Act has provided countless resources for local and state crime labs across the country to aggressively tackle their rape kit backlog. North Carolina is still working its way through, but this new authorization could re-energize labs across the state.
Every minute that this evidence sits in the crime lab waiting testing is another minute that a potentially dangerous offender is on the streets committing more and more crime.
That's Policy and Advocacy Director Ilsa Knecht, who's been in the trenches fighting for sexual assault survivors for more than 20 years. She says the headway made in backlogs across America is because of critical resources funneled to labs through the Debbie Smith Act, named for a sexual assault survivor from Virginia. It was last authorized in 2019.
Survivors of these crimes, these survivors do everything that society asks them to do, which is to get evidence collected in a process that is uncomfortable and invasive, even in the best of circumstances.
According to the Attorney General's sexual assault kit tracking dashboard, Mecklenburg County has 393 kits tested out of 448 submitted.
It keeps the crime labs able to do the job that they need to do when the rape kit does come in the door. Okay. So it's about making sure that they can meet testing deadlines.
So far, the Debbie Smith Act has allowed for 860,000 DNA samples to be processed, creating 604,000 DNA profiles.
More and more law enforcement are understanding that they could be using DNA in their cases, so they're collecting more and they're sending more.
Knecht says not only would victims feel a sense of justice getting perpetrators off the streets, but these offender samples can be used to ensure evidence from unsolved crimes can be matched against a database of known offenders.
Some of them are overwhelmed and underfunded, and that's the sad truth, is that they just need more resources. They need more staff, and the Debbie Smith Act helps with that.
So I did reach out to the Attorney General's office, who has been adamant about getting through the backlog. Here's what Attorney General Josh Stein had to say. Testing sexual assault kits breathes new life into cold cases, helping law enforcement and put rapists behind bars and get justice for survivors. We are making great progress on testing our kits here in North Carolina, but sadly, there are more kits coming in every day. These funds will help us continue to test every kit, solve crimes, and get justice for survivors. We owe them nothing less, Fred.
Yeah, so important to continue this work.
Absolutely, it is.
Thank you, Colin.
You're welcome.